What if the negative thoughts or criticisms that you hold against yourself are reality? That is impossible. The reality that we see out there starts with how we look at ourselves. Okay? So if you were told growing up that you are worthless and not good enough and you're never going to be anything or anyone, just because someone or your environment told you those lies does not mean that just because they keep saying those lies are true. Now, if you have found yourself in a situation where every time you try to do something, you feel like you fail or you feel like you're not good enough, that is probably a self-fulfilling prophecy. You have come to believe that you are not good enough. You have come to believe that you can't do, be, or have. And your beliefs are strong and powerful. And the strength of your beliefs allow you to keep meeting and confirming what you believe. We have to start with the reality that we don't all grow up in families or situations that are healthy. And if that's the case, then that environment has conditioned us to think and believe in ways that do not serve us. And what we get to do, because this life belongs to us, each one of us has a responsibility to how we, once we can think for ourselves, once we can make choices, once we can look at ourselves in the mirror and see a difference between where we are and where we want to be, it becomes our responsibility and our ability to change our lives and take ourselves into a direction that is more fulfilling, that allows our dreams room to grow, and that help us develop a healthy, strong relationship with ourselves. So that's a journey. That's the journey of life. And here are a few things that you can do that can help you be on that journey. First, any and every communication, any and everything that has ever been said to you that makes you feel less than, not good enough, incapable, afraid of yourself, those are lies. Just call them what they are. They're lies. They're lies told by people that you love, lies told by people that you're supposed to be able to trust and who are supposed to have your best interest at heart. But those people lied to you. Those experiences lied to you. Let's start there. And we don't have to get angry or mad at the people who told the lies, who treated you poorly, who left you feeling this way about yourself, because if they had known better, they would have done better. But now you can take your life in your own hands. And so when you, going forward, experience yourself in the habit of capitulating to a lie, tell yourself this: the force that creates this universe, and you can call that force whatever you want, God, universal intelligence, whatever name works for you, that force does not make junk. So you are an extension of the greatest intelligence, the greatest love, the greatest creativity. And you are not an accident, and you are not worthless. Number 2, I invite you to adopt what I call the Crew Up spirit. That's our acronym. And the CREW stands for creative, resilient, empowered to choose, whole, and worthy. So you are innately creative. That means the creativity of the entire universe is part of your nature. Everything in life is the byproduct of creativity. You can, from this moment forward, begin to create the life you want. So when you are confronted with the idea that you are stuck, or that you are unworthy, or that life is against you, stop yourself. You can even, put up the X, or, say, cancel. What you are doing and saying is, that's impossible, because I am innately creative. I come with the creativity of the universe inside of me. I am always creating, and I can choose to create consciously from this point forward. The R of crew is innately resilient. You are innately resilient. So no matter how traumatic or damaged or uncomfortable or how much helplessness you may be experiencing up until now, from this point forward, you can remind yourself that you are innately resilient. Now, when you say you are innately resilient or you are innately creative, you are affirming that inside of you there is the ability to do it differently. Just because you've been handed something doesn't mean you have to walk with it. You can discover that you've been handed something, and you're already doing that by asking this question, by feeling some kind of way about the fact that you want more than you feel you are capable of or worthy of. The moment you start to see the ways that you are limiting yourself and being limited by the comments and the comments of others and the thoughts in your own head, the moment you see that, you are actually given the opportunity to choose. You can go, oh, no, I don't want to see myself this way, instead of capitulating to seeing yourself this way. And when you say, I don't want to see myself this way, the next step is, I want to see myself as. And then write down what you want. If you want to feel powerful and loved and experience yourself as worthy and have joy in your heart, write those things down. Because you have to make space inside of your own mind and consciousness first. You have to dare to believe that, or even if you don't believe, you have to dare to want. You have to want beyond what the conditioning has been. If you can want beyond what the conditioning has been, that means that your heart, your creative space is available for something new. And now you can begin to do the work to tend to yourself in ways that you need to, so that you can push those lies out from the center of your heart and thinking, and fill your heart and thinking, fill your heart with new feelings and your mind with new thoughts. And that is what resiliency is. Being resilient is being able to pull yourself up, to think a better thought, to reach for something, even though you have been knocked down, and maybe 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times, or to the point that you are ready to just let go and accept the lies that you have been told. But if you are thinking about wanting it to be different, then you're not done. And if you're not done, then you can change it, because your resilience is standing there. It is waiting for you to want. Innately empowered to choose. That's the E in crew. So empowered to choose means that you can say yes to yourself. You are empowered at the point where it feels like you have no choice. You are empowered to say, but I have the choice to think of myself as innately creative, resilient, empowered to choose, whole, and worthy. When you stop yourself in the midst of a negative habit and you say, I am innately creative enough to design and redesign my life, resilient enough to weather this storm, and empowered to choose beyond the thinking and the thoughts and the history and the conditioning that has lived in me up until now. Now you are meeting the lie of the past with the awareness of your personal power. W, you are innately whole. That's why any of this can work, because you are innately whole. When you came to the planet, when you were birthed through your mother's birth canal, you came as a slate full of possibility. That potentiality still exists. Yes, it has been undermined by your experiences and your reality. Your reality meaning the experiences that you had and the beliefs that you began to have about yourself. But from this point forward, you can begin to change the beliefs you have about yourself. And it is your wholeness, that original blueprint of you, that holds the power always, no matter how damaged or forgotten you think it might be. That blueprint is sitting there and it has power. And you can begin to resurrect with resiliency, resurrect the truth about yourself. The universe does not make junk, and you are innately creative, resilient, empowered to choose, whole, and worthy. And that worthy piece says you made it here. I think the statistic is that it's like 1 in 400 trillion that we come to this experience as a human being. Those are incredible odds, and you are here. So consider yourself worthy. Something allows you to be here. Consider yourself worthy. It doesn't matter what these other people in the world say. Consider yourself worthy because you're here. You're worthy because you have a fingerprint that nobody else has. You're worthy because your DNA is unique. You are worthy just because you are. And you can begin to take that stand. I'm worthy because I am. I'm worthy because I'm here. I'm worthy because I'm connected to something that is far more intelligent than these people in my life. And I'm going to pay attention to and lean into that intelligence and let it call me forward. You begin to see yourself as chosen for your life. And then you begin to take responsibility for your life, knowing that you can change. You can experience yourself as whole. And you can simply ask yourself, how do I do that? How can I have a better relationship with myself? How can I begin to see the lies and move beyond them? As long as you are being curious about your rights to be, you are going to expand into more of who you are. So just be curious. When you find yourself stuck and feeling like you can't because of all the old lies, say, how can I move beyond this habit of feeling stuck? And just ask the question. It's not magic. It may not immediately open something for you, but because you are open, because you are asking, and you are asking in a way that has you connected to information that is greater than your current ability to see it or process it, that information is still going to make its way to you and into your life. So just ask the question, how can I love myself more? How can I trust myself more? How can I believe in myself more? When we allow the crew mindset to be a part of our thinking, then it unleashes our possibilities. And that's what crew up means. It unleashes our possibilities. Begin to think about what's possible for your life. Begin to stop yourself in the midst of saying, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, and say, up until now, that's how I've thought about myself, or that's how I've treated myself. But from this point forward, that can change for the better. And the more you do that, the more you meet life with your crew, innately creative, resilient, empowered to choose, whole, and worthy, the more you say, this universe does not make junk. And the more you say, it doesn't matter how it's been up until now, from this point forward, it can change for the better. The more you want to be more, the more you will become. The more you will expand, and the more you will step into who you are and the power of that. You are so much more than you have any idea. And just leaving room for you to discover yourself will bring a whole new you and experience of life into your life. I'm loving you.